Hi, I'm Tony Hardy, Mid-American Regional Ambassador at KW Commercial. I've built a career advising investors, developers through volatile cycles, and I've led from the trenches. This podcast is exactly the conversation I've already been having with clients every day, and I'm ready to bring it to the national stage. The shift is your shot. How the best in commercial real estate are owning 2025. Welcome to the KW Commercial Podcast, where bold strategy meets real results and where commercial real estate professionals come to sharpen their edge. I'm Tony Hardy, and today's episode is for every agent asking the only question that really matters. Is it still possible to grow, win, and dominate in 2025? Yes, but not if you're playing slow, not if you're clinging to outdated scripts, and definitely not if you're waiting for things to go back to normal. Because the truth is, they won't. This market is different. And that means your model, your messaging, and your mindset have to be different. Over the next 15 minutes, I'm going to walk you through exactly what top commercial agents are doing to stay ahead, what's working, what's not, and what separates those who close from those who coast. Let's go. So, where are we right now? We're in a market that's already pricing in volatility. Rates are high, lenders are cautious, tenants are negotiating harder than ever. Investors are slower to move. But here's what the headlines aren't telling you. And I see this every week in real conversations with investors. The best commercial agents are having the best years of their careers right now. Not because it's easy, but because they're clear. They know the vacancy rates, they know where cap rates are holding, they know which capital sources are still active. They're not just reading reports, they're writing the narrative for their clients. If you're waiting for a rebound, you're missing the opportunity to reposition. Markets like this don't reward the loudest, they reward the most strategic. And those are the ones who win. Who are the ones who win? They've already stopped hoping and they've started building. Three moves winning agents are making. Let's break this down. The three tactical moves top producing commercial agents are making right now to outperform the market. Move number one, they lead with insight, not inventory. If you're out here trying to win business by talking about listings, you've already lost. Real pros are talking absorption, capital stack, market sentiment, risk adjusted returns. Then they're saying things like this deal doesn't work at a 6.5 cap in today's debt market. But if we reposition the NOI and layer in a 721 exit, your 5-year return is north of 20%. Want me to show you the numbers? That's the difference between a broker and an advisor. Which one are you becoming? That's what makes the difference. Move number two, they make complex simple and strategic. You want to know why top agents get repeat business from private equity and institutional players? Because they speak their language, but they translate it into plain English. Try this. If you want to exit this asset right now, you're walking into a 1031 or a tax bill. Either way, you need options on paper before you list the property. Let's build out those options first, then we can talk about timing. That's how you control the conversation. That's how you win the deal. That's how you control the deal. Move number three, they've made themselves impossible to ignore. Your business grows at the speed of your authority. Right now, the top 1% are not just prospecting, they're publishing, they're sharing insights weekly, they're breaking down comps, they're becoming the agent who shows up in inboxes, shows up in LinkedIn feeds, and shows up in conversations. They're not waiting to be introduced, they're being called before the competition even gets a shot. So the real question is, how easy is it to find your perspective online? Let me give it to you straight. This market will not reward the broker who works the hardest. It will reward the one who adapts the fastest. If you're still trying to grind it out, you're going to get outrun. What this market demands is infrastructure. It demands systems. It demands brokers who can scale conversations, create trust instantly, walk into a room with authority because their insight already preceded them. That's what leadership looks like now. Want to win more clients? Become the agent they already trust before the first call. Want to close more listings? Become the advisor who tells the truth with clarity and helps the client make the smartest decision possible, even if it's not what they expected to hear, even if it's not what they wanted to hear. This is not about hustle. It's about becoming undeniable. Here's your challenge. Pick one of the three moves we talked about today and go all in. Start with insight. Shift your language. Build your digital authority because no one is going to give you market share in 2025. You're going to have to earn it with precision, presence, and performance. This is Tony Hardy, and it's been the KW Commercial Podcast Audition. We're not here just to talk shop. We're here to move the needle. Until next time, let's close some deals.